name is Michelle Banman, and I'm the Senior HR Analyst for ESTI Consulting Services. And right now we're in the Saskatoon office, which is head office, and we also have locations in Regina and also staff in Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg.
My name's Brett. I'm a Network Analyst at ESTI, and right now I'm also doing a little bit of software development.
So what ESTI does is a combination of three different areas. One is project services, and we will go into a company and see if we can, offer business analysis, see if we can improve how they work. We also work in application services. So that means partnering with our wonderful partners such as Dell, Amazon Web Services, Oracle, and using their products to help our customers and our clients achieve what they need to do. And that can be making things go faster. It can mean automating things, whatever the client needs. And we also provide infrastructure services, which is providing the actual hardware for networking to, again, make a company work faster, more secure, moving things to the cloud. That's a big thing right now. And so all those three areas, and our clients some of them have been with us for over 30 years. Some clients, it's, this is what we need, and then we move on. And sometimes we manage their applications for them on an ongoing basis.
With being kind of a student and stuff, my typical work day is kind of in the mornings, I'll work or do school. And then whatever I didn't do in the morning, I do in the afternoon. And, at work, typically I'm working on internal projects. So it's a lot of software development right now. Web development specifically, and then before I came back to finish my degree, my days were looking a lot, like working with clients, discussing requirements, researching certain products, things like configuring network components and stuff like that. So a pretty good range. When I was really young, I wanted to be an architect. And then for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe just spending too much time on the computer. Sometime in high school, I just decided I was going to get a computer science degree, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it. So then I signed up for the internship program in, my third year and kind of figured out what I wanted to do in the field. But I really never knew, what job I had. I just knew what degree I wanted, I guess.
So in terms of hiring employees, the thing I look for and that we look for at ESTI is enthusiasm and a passion for what you do. And that passion can be, do you like solving problems? Because that's pretty much a lot of what we do. It's taking a client's problems and whatever issues they're having and finding the best possible solution for them. So it takes a lot of patience. And a lot of creativity, which a lot of people don't understand. And it's being able to think outside the box a lot of the time. It's hard when you're interviewing, and especially, for an intern position. When we interview for the computer science internship, every student I don't want to say they look the same, but everybody has good grades. So what I look for is something that sets them apart. Whether it's, a passion when they talk about something. It could be past part-time work experience. A question we like to ask is, who's your hero? Who do you look up to? And seeing what the response is with that. Because everybody's going to say something different. And, we kind of know the technical aspect is taken care of, but it's the passion that I talked about. Are you excited about what you do?
Out of high school, I went straight to university. I didn't work or anything, didn't do a gap year or anything. And then I did 3 years of university. And after my third year, I did a 16-month internship at ESTI. So 16-month paid internship, that was kind of part of my degree, but not for credit kind of thing. And then after that 16-month internship, ESTI, hired me on for after my degree. So I'm continuing to work through my fourth year part-time, and I'll be back full-time, once my degree's done in a month. So I'll just be a network analyst once I finish school. So kind of the same position that I'm in right now in a way, but I'll be working a lot more with with clients and kind of on my own projects, hopefully. But kind of just been a helper for a little while now.
So our roles at ESTI are, you would start as an analyst, and that would be if you came out of university or Sask Polytechnic, with a degree or a certificate in computer science. And so you would start as an analyst, and then you would move through our structure in terms of senior analyst. From that, you would go on to technical analyst, and from that, that's where the fun starts. That's where, the principal architect, the cloud architect, once you've gained that knowledge in terms of, building that solid foundation of everything that you know, that's when you can really expand and roll into those areas. And so you can't really, as a student, you do need to put in the time in terms of, gaining that knowledge and experience.
Being a consultant specifically, I'd say you have to kind of enjoy the people aspect of the job. So you have to have, good but not necessarily great social skills. You just have to be comfortable having conversations and meetings with people that you might not be very familiar with. And obviously you have to have, the technical side. You have to enjoy doing what you do. I think a lot of times people think that when you go into, get a computer science degree or an IT related field, that everybody's very introverted and not outspoken. But I think consulting is kind of a little special in that way, where it's a lot of social as well as technical. One big thing is having, personal projects and doing that if you are passionate about it. Lots of people have, their own website that they'll make, or projects that they can demo. It just, I guess, helps, get experience and kind of showcase your skills. I haven't made a personal website, but I really enjoy kind of making projects with the Arduino, so a microcontroller. So, I've made like a weather station and stuff like that. I guess the benefit is just exposing yourself to generally something new, kind of getting out of your comfort zone.
I would recommend a career in the ICT sector if you are passionate about what you are involved in. Typically with programming and anything to do with computers, that sometimes starts at a young age. And I often probe in terms of, do you do this in your spare time? And for someone who is passionate about what they do, it's not something they just go to work and do from 9 to 5. They'll pursue it in their off hours as well, whether it's gaming, creating apps, all that sort of background stuff all serves to, fuel that passion and that creativity of wanting to solve and wanting to learn and always wanting to grow in terms of learning. There's always new things to learn. Some of our staff, through casual conversation, you get to understand that they really enjoy gaming, and to hear them talk about, what they would do to improve certain games, to improve the experience, or wouldn't it be cool if this happened, or whatever. That's a passion. That's, loving what you do. And I think that's what everybody wants these days, is to do what they love.
When you do a personal project, sometimes you might run into an aspect that you didn't expect or didn't anticipate, and you find out you really enjoy it, and it can kind of help, guide what you want to do, or where you want to work and stuff like that. So,
for someone who was thinking about a career in ICT at a young age, grade 7, grade 9, grade 10, the SYIP program through SIEC would be a fantastic thing to consider. We have participated in the SYIP program for almost 15 years, and having that high school student come in the summer, they're so excited. It's often their first professional job, and it's part of our obligation to them as well to help them understand what that means in terms of proper office etiquette, and what's appropriate in terms of emailing. That's all part and parcel of what we do, so we take that very seriously.
I think lots of people go into this industry wanting to do something cool, like make video games and stuff. And I think it's kind of the case for most, where maybe they find out that's not, all it's cut out to be, or something they enjoy more. That's the thing about this field, right? Is there's so many different aspects to it. There's probably if you enjoy kind of the high level, programming or whatever it might be, you'll probably enjoy something else, a more specific aspect to kind of specialize if you want. You can't really get any better than getting your hands dirty and stuff, but also watching like YouTubers who do cool stuff, like Mark Rober or William Osman, those guys who kind of use their skills to make just cool, silly projects. It's also kind of interesting and kind of gave me a crisis and wanted to go into engineering, but it's a different problem.
Something that students could consider is participating in programs like Game On through the SIEC, as well as the 3D printing camp. And that's a really good way to get exposure and really start to understand, aside from the fun aspect, what it all really entails in terms of, creating something from start to finish.